Imagine this. You look so good. It's a 10 out of 10 day for you. You have all eyes on you when you walk into the room, but as soon as you open your mouth and you got nothing good to say, people are gonna lose interest. So let's make sure that never happens to you. Number 1, a positive attitude towards life. Practice gratitude. This is scientifically proven to help you live a longer, healthier, and happier life. If you practice gratitude every morning, I promise you, you are going to stop complaining so much. Nobody likes a negative Nancy. Anytime you complain, you are instantly repelling people. So don't do it. And if you catch yourself doing it, just find something in the room that you're grateful for, and it will help you feel better. I do this every single morning when I wake up. I'm finding 3 things that I'm grateful for every day before I even get started. Practicing gratitude doesn't have to be complicated. Don't overthink it, please, because I know if you're anything like me, you're overthinking it and you're like, I can't do that, Mikeland. But listen, it's so easy. Just find something in the room when you wake up that you're grateful for. It could be your bed sheets. It could be your bed being really comfy that day. It could be the sunlight coming through the window. It could be the way that you feel when you wake up, like you feel good and you feel ready to take on the day. Anything that comes to mind, just write that down and keep moving forward. And another great way to have a positive outlook on life is to have an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity mindset. The difference here is an abundance mindset is where you are open to good things. You are open to blessings. You are open to change and anything good that is going to come into your life. Anything that is going to make you happier. Scarcity is like, oh, nothing good can happen to me, and you're holding on to everything and you're scared and afraid of losing things in your life. That's a scarcity mindset, and you don't want that anymore. That goes hand in hand with complaining and negativity. So if you can get rid of those things, if you can eliminate those 3 things, your life is going to look so much better and you are going to be so much more attractive. And the last way you can get a more positive attitude towards life is by listening to upbeat music, anything that's going to motivate you, preferably without the lyrics, because sometimes we like to think too much about the lyrics and what the songs mean and da-da-da, and you just don't need that energy. You just need upbeat, uplifting music. So anything on Spotify that doesn't have lyrics that is going to get you excited and feeling good, that's what I'm talking about here. Don't listen to sad emo girl songs, because that is going to keep you down and dumpy, and you just don't want that. You want to be uplifted. You want to feel good so you can look good. Number 2, learn something new every single day. There shouldn't be a day that goes by where you aren't learning something new. If you're listening to podcasts, if you're reading nonfiction books, there's going to be one thing that you can learn from it. Keep it simple though. Read and watch and listen to things that you're interested in. Don't try to force yourself to learn about psychology when you have no interest in psychology, or it's like too advanced. Like, stop with that. Keep it simple. Something small is better than nothing at all. When it comes to nonfiction though, I know it can be a little boring, and it's okay. Understand this. It doesn't have to be always fun and always exciting, as long as you're at least interested in it. But a good thing is that you can read and listen at the same time, and it makes it so much easier. I love listening and reading to nonfiction at the same time. It helps me retain everything like a sponge. I just absorb it all so much easier, so much faster. So if you aren't doing this, you got to do it, girlie. I promise you, nonfiction doesn't have to be boring. We make the good things easy and we make the bad things difficult, which leads me to number 3, be more interesting. You will have value when you have learned new things and you can give value to others. People don't like small talk. Nobody wants to have boring, meaningless conversations. They want to learn something new from you. So have things to teach people. You will be more attractive this way if you are learning something new every day. And you don't have to take that one. It's okay. I know I said micro habits, so you pick and choose what you want, and you can work towards that. But having hobbies here, that's a biggie, and I know you can do that. A hobby isn't this overcomplicated thing either. A lot of people think that hobbies are so boring and dull and stupid. It's like collecting stamps or whatever. It doesn't have to be like that. A hobby can be as simple and easy as taking a bath. Anything that you enjoy doing in your free time is a hobby. Hobbies could be going for hot girl walks. Like, maybe you could talk about how you went for a hot girl walk in this cool new park. Something interesting to talk about. This person may be like, oh wow, what park did you go to? I want to check that out too. Anything that is something interesting to talk about. And having a meaningful conversation too doesn't have to just be providing value, teaching somebody, telling them something interesting. It can be helping them solve a problem. Maybe there's something that is coming up in their life where they could use some advice. That's something you can do that is going to make you look more attractive too, girlie. If you can offer some advice, some unique life experience that you've had that can relate to that person, they're going to find you more attractive. The biggest thing here, the biggest takeaway here is to not talk about yourself the whole time. You want people to want to talk about themselves. You want them to feel comfortable talking to you, and you want to express that you care and that you're interested in what they have to say and that it's not all about you. Do not be self-absorbed. Do not be obsessed with yourself. That is not a good look on you, girlie. Please have interest and show interest and be actually interested in what people have to say to you. And that leads me to number 4. Listen and be present. When you are talking to people, you have to pay attention to what they're saying. If you aren't paying attention, they are going to find you so unattractive. They're going to lose interest in talking to you. And the whole conversation is going to get weird, awkward, and they're going to be like, what the hell? I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like, this sucks. Like, they're never going to talk to you again. Seriously. People don't want to be disrespected. Respect people. Be respected. Treat other people like you would your best friend, with love, kindness, and respect. As long as they aren't boring the shit out of you and you want to continue talking to them in the future. Because listen, you don't gotta like everybody. I'm so about spending and talking to the right people. Do not disrespect yourself. Do not give energy to people that do not deserve it. You are only here for so long. You only get one life, and life is short. So talk to the right people and listen and be present with the right people. And by doing that, what you're doing is not thinking about what you're going to say next. Listen and turn off like 50% of your brain and just pay attention to what they're telling you. Talk about the things that they're interested in, and don't look at your phone if at all possible, because that is the biggest problem. And honestly, it's so upsetting. I hate seeing it. It's happening all the time, more and more. People just can't pay attention and they look at their phones because it's not our fault either. Like, let me just make a clear point here. They make these social media apps addictive for a reason. And I'm so tired of it. If you could do anything right now, just get your phone out and download ClearSpace for iPhone or OneSec for Android. It kicks you off these apps. Please stop being so addicted to your phone, because all it's doing is hurting yourself and your self-confidence and the way you go about life, honestly. It's a really big problem that many of us just don't take seriously. And if you could just do that, your life is going to look so much better. You're going to be more attractive. People are going to like you more. It's just a win-win all around. Just start taking back control of your life. These evil, greedy scientists out there are making these social media apps so addictive, and it really breaks my heart. And while you're at it, if you still have your phone out, turn off your notifications. There is nothing more annoying than talking to somebody and something goes off on their phone and they get distracted. A text message, a call. Why? That's actually the only things that you should have for notifications turned on. Everything else should be turned off. You should not be getting Snapchat notifications. You should not be getting notifications about the news, because that's going to actually make you negative and keep you complaining. Turn off anything that is going to put you into a negative mindset. You don't want that when you're talking to people. Turn off your damn notifications. The only thing I have turned on, seriously, is phone calls and text messages. That is it. Everything else, turn it off. Like, I know you don't need to be reminded that Shelby sent you a Snapchat. It's just not worth it. Because at that point, after you've checked that notification, you can't even remember what it is you were talking about with the person. And then you have to apologize. I'm so sorry, what were we talking about? Or you pretend like you were still paying attention and you are just giving them the, oh yeah, oh okay, yeah. It's like, yeah, obviously I can tell you don't know what the hell I'm talking about anymore if you're doing that. So don't be that person. Stop it. Be better than other people. A lot of us out here are not being this way, and that is so sad. But you can be better, and you can lead by example and do the right thing. Turn off your notifications and stop being on your phone when you're engaged in a conversation with somebody. And let's keep moving, girl. Number 5, stand up straight. If you are slouching, you aren't going to look attractive. You're going to look like a hunchback nerd, like these hunchback nerds that are creating these social media apps. And you don't want to be like that. So stand up straight. Anytime you feel yourself slouching, correct yourself. Just be like, why am I doing this? Mike Lynn said I can't be doing this. If I'm not going to look attractive, I'm going to look like one of those hunchback nerds. Like, fuck that shit. You know, when you're texting and you're checking your stuff, I get it. I'm not telling you to just get off your phone all the time, right? I understand. We live in the modern world. You are still going to use your phone, and I'm not telling you to throw away your phone. I'm telling you to use it more responsibly. And when you're on your phone, what you want to do is have it up more. You don't want to be like hunched down. That is going to make you look so ugly, and it's going to make you look so undesirable, And people don't like it. They just don't like it. You look like a zombie when you're slouched over like that. It's not a good look on you, girl. And when you stand up straight, you're gonna have more charisma. You're gonna be more open. People are gonna be like, oh my gosh, like she's really got all that going on. Like she looks good. She knows she looks good. That's the thing. When you stand up straight, you are going to look so much better. So anytime you're slouching, when you're on your phone, when you're driving, when you're texting, anything like that, notice it and correct it. And I'll tell you real quick too, my mom, when she used to be on her computer back in the 90s and the early 2000s, she was so hunchy. And this wasn't a thing that we knew about back then. But then when she got older, her spine was like this. Like she was literally Hunchback of Notre Dame, just like constantly like hunched over. She couldn't straighten it out. That's why it's a problem. The more you do this, you're gonna end up like my mom. So stand up straight more often so this doesn't happen to you. And even when she was driving, it was the funniest shit. Her face was like this close to the windshield when she drove. Do you want to live a life like that? I know you don't. So stop. But I do give you permission to laugh because it's funny. She knew it was funny too. She used to have to sit. She was so short. She used to have to sit on a little cushion so that she could actually drive around. And I felt bad, but there's nothing she could do about it. At the time, we just didn't know back then. But now we know. We know that we're hunchy. So stop being hunchy. And the last one here is number 6. Having goals and ambitions. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. These are micro habits. Have small goals and small ambitions so you can actually accomplish them and you can get more out of life. It could be as simple as throwing away garbage in your room. I know you probably got some garbage laying around. Just pick up some garbage and throw it away. That's a simple, easy goal, and I know you can do that. A slightly bigger one that's gonna make you feel even better: donate those old clothes. You don't have to do it all in one day. Just start small. Maybe pick a season and get the things out that you don't want to wear anymore. Or you can start even smaller and you can actually take the clothes hangers and reverse them. Things that you're unsure about, right? Just anything. Anything is better than nothing. Having small goals put into place and accomplishing them, it's going to make you feel better, so you're going to look better. You will be more attractive when you're going after things. And listen, if you want YouTube to recommend you more videos like this, scroll down right now and tap that subscribe button. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.